Namaste, Sadar Pranam, everyone. We are only two people right now. Let's wait for others. 1 minute.
Your voice is echoing.
My voice will be playing.
Yes,
Now it's better or it's still the same.
it's still the same here.
Let me restart then recording.
Yeah. Radhe Radhe Akshita, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, ma'am.
Mm, Even your voice is echoing, so maybe this is issue from my end. Right. Is my voice is audible? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Acha, okay.
Hare Krishna, it's better now.
Akshita, please confirm this.
Yes, ma'am, it is audible.
Okay.
Akshika, I am audible now. It's better or still the same one as previous?
Yes, yes, sir.
It's better. Okay, no problem. So what we'll do is we'll have a meditation session of 5 minutes, and then we'll begin with our today's class. My name is Satish, and let's start. So let's start Hare Krishna Mahaman. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gauri. Let's start. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. हरे कृष्ण राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
मंदिर शुरू हो गया वहाँ
राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम
तो
हरे
चला
हरे
नहीं मेरा
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे
कितना ना पो
हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे
वो फोन का था ना नीचे
हरे
रखे
कृष्ण
तो
हरे
तो नहीं क्या
हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण
मेरे पास भी पड़ा होगा तो फिर आपको तो शुरू वाला बंद करो मैं खड़ी हूँ।
राम हरे कृष्ण 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 राम
लाइट
हरे
जोरा
हरे
खोखन
कृष्ण
ला
कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
जो చూడా
हरे कृष्ण
పల్లి కుడుకల మర్చిని అక్కడ కూడా పచ్చుడు పల్లి
हरे
కుడుకని ఎత్తుని
हरे कृष्ण
हरे कृष्ण बोलो मित्र
हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण Thank you, everyone. Hope everyone has completed the chanting. Now, so this is very simple to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Either you can have your bead bags and japamala like this. So you can start chanting. We'll share more updates how to chant in the bead bags. Then there are other forms where we can have an app counter where we can chant on the application. Then there are counters where we can chant. So that's how we can start focusing on chanting the meditation that helps improve your conscious and improve your learning abilities. Uh, just a second. Okay. Let's start today's class. So I am Satish Mishra. So I'm taking your today's Sadachar and Samskar classes. Any guesses for the topic for today? Let's type in chat box. Second, what we have learned in last class. Any reminders? Anyone want to share the highlight of the last class? Anyone? Raise your hands. Mayan.
Sir, we learned
Yes.
some slokas.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Kaivalya. Yes.
And when to get up and at what time is the Brahma Muhurt.
Okay. Thank you. So last class we learned about the what is the ideal time to get early in the morning, because morning is the conducive time to get up. Now in morning also, what is the right time? So we learned something about Brahma Muhurta, which is ideal time to get up 90 minutes before sunrise. Now, once we get up, there are certain chores which need to be performed to get all these things done. So we learned about the what are the mantras. So when we wake up, what are mantras we should recite. When what after putting our feet on the Mother Earth, what shloka we to recite. What during the bath, which shloka which we should recite. These are the some of things which we learned in last class. And other than this, how to purify ourselves, and we learned about the purification mantras. So these are the learnings of the last class what you have learned. I hope you'll start following these and practice. Maybe initially if you're not able to understand, that's fine, just try to mug up or just try to by heart it, so at least you know. Once you start by heart, you know the mantras, then start focus on each word by word. That's how you can remember shlokas. Initially, it's memorize, then you will always remember because you have learned word by word. Okay. So today's class will focus on any guesses? Okay. So today's class is focusing on the food habits. Okay. Today is our second class and we'll study about the what are the types of foods and disadvantages of the non-vegetarian food. As per the modern, just a second now. As per the modern science or maybe modern classification of the foods, we divide is veg and non-veg. Okay, but from the Ayurvedic perspective or Veda perspective, we classify foods in different forms. Okay, the three forms. I'll just share my screen and just you can see it. So today we'll focus on the understand what are types of food as we discussed. Now, as per Ayurveda or as per Vedas, the food is classified in three different forms. Whereas in modern science or in the modern classification, we say veg and non-veg. So one is the sattvic food. We classify sattvic name itself says very simple, basic, which is in nature. Rajasic means which has the qualities which increases the stimulate or the taste buds in our mind, body. That's how, or maybe mostly from the tongue perspective. Whereas tamasic food means basically, which is also a kind of classification of food, which is unfit for consumption. A person who is into spiritual journey, who is not practicing any form of sadhana which is required to be towards the god. Okay, let's see sattvic food. As the name suggests and the picture you can visualize, Sattvic means basically the raw vegetables, the pulses, then fruits, then other forms of green leafy vegetables. So these always comes off from the nature earth or mother earth, because this can be grown in the earth and we can consume it directly. It is natural form. Whereas Sattvic, you see from the picture, we have burger, pizza, French fries, cold drinks, then spices, other condiments are there. And then we have biscuits, chocolates, and all these kind of here in Rajsik. Whereas in Tamsik, we have the meat, eggs, other non-vegetarian foods, which is for the consumption. That comes under the classification of the Tamsik. Okay. Now let's see what is the differentiation between each item point by point. We have visualized right now from the picture perspective. We got the gist. Now let's see point by point. Sattvic says a food which is natural, we discussed, juicy, tasteful, mind, and beneficial. So these, unmute yourself, Oppo. What's your name? Type, rechange your name. Okay. So these food are basically very natural, which is comes from the mother earth directly and beneficial for us. As mentioned, there are few elements like grain, pulses, beans, fruits, milks. These are called as pure vegetarian form of food and classified as sattvic because it has a natural taste. And what the fruit, let's say example, grapes. You eat the grapes. It might be sour. It might be sweetie, depend upon the types of the plant or source where we get it. It will not have any other taste unless it is rotten or maybe not fit for consumption. So it will have the similar kind of taste. Apple, you might have the similar kind of taste and things. So these will comes under the vegetarian form of food that is called as sattvic. As per Mediterranean classification, it's vegetarian. From the Ayurveda or Veda perspective, it's sattvic. Now let's see what the Rajasic food. We have seen pulses, we have seen rice, we have seen other forms of food. That is again form of the sattvic food. When these form of food mix with the chili, salt, sugar, they become Rajasic. Okay. Now, if any form of these items like chili, salt, sugar, etc. items are put across in the limited quantity which is fit for consumption, it is right balance. Then it is right food. And anything which is beyond, suppose with required permissible limit of 1 teaspoon of salt. Now you put 1 tablespoon of salt. So always it will have not fit for consumption. It will be very salty and fit. Similarly, anything which is very hot, do not have the right smell or do not have a very dry or spicy. These forms of food will be called as Rajasic food. So let's say example, if you cook some products and offer to the Lord, that becomes the prasadam. So Rajasic food, which is in the limited quantity, which we do not have these excess amount of things, will be free from all sinful reaction and it will be a kind of prasadam where we fit for the consumption. Now let's see tamsik. Tamsik, as we saw the image, it should be not very pure form, stale, have bad taste or foul smell. As we saw, the elements basically covered was the meat products, eggs, alcohols, tobacco, onion, garlics, or maybe any fermented products or overripe products. So these will form under, suppose as we discuss about the grapes as example, is if grapes is not completely, its grapes is rotten, so it's unfit for consumption. It taste would not have the right what it was in raw state or the original state. So that is unfit for consumption and it comes under the tamasic food because it's fermented or unfit for that. Similarly, products like egg, meats, to be avoided who is doing the sadhana or into spiritual journey, because these have some kind of impact which we learn in the coming classes. Okay, so these are the classification from the Veda perspective. One is the sattvic food, which is natural. Tamasic, which uh, tamasic, which is impure, stale, and do not have the right taste or this. Whereas Rasic food is the food which has the excess amount of condiments, chili, salt, all these kind. So that becomes the Rasic food. Now let's understand what these each food have impact or on our mind, body, and soul. Because there's a very famous saying in Hindi, "Jaisa khai ann, waisa hoye man." So that's the how we should what we eat. We will have the kind of the mind at that point. So each of this food would have the impact on the mind, body, and soul. Let's see first one. Sattvic food. So as it says, sattvic is natural. If we eat any natural or leafy vegetables or maybe green products or maybe fruits or these kind of products, what will happen? These are natural forms. It will not have the any kind of impact on our body. So it increases the life duration of any person. It keep because if you're not eating any fussy or any pungent or any other kind of foods, so what will happen? It's a natural. Your digestion will get improved. What will happen? You will be alert, you will focus, and peaceful mind. Okay. So these sattvic foods or maybe these natural form of foods gives you the strength, uh, good happiness and satisfaction among you. Okay. So these natural forms of fruits are very good for immunity and helps with you the and heal your disease or cure any forms of disease which is required. Mostly when you are sick, maybe doctor advises to eat you the fruits which is juicy, have the water content, or maybe if you are having any kind of health issues. So different forms of our fruits are recommended. Any form of soup which is meant for that. So these forms of sattvic food helps you to increase the immunity, and it helps you to be a positive person. That's the very optimistic person. That's a good way of having these kind of food. Now let's see what is the impact of Rastic food or on our mind, body, and soul. So since it's a name suggests Rastic, so you have the stimulation of you have aggression in your mind. It creates a lot of it makes you more passionate, increases the desire or fire in your body. And because what will happen once you have all these, what will create? It creates the imbalance of energy in your body and emotions. Because if you're eating rustic food, what will happen? If you eat something which is very maybe kind of sour or maybe pungent or something which is not, so what will happen? It will affect your mood in your body or your mood, and accordingly your body will change, your reaction will change. Once you'll change all this, what will happen? It will have an imbalance. Okay. And sometime uh, in excitement or in aggression, you may do something wrong and possibly harm yourself. Okay. And it makes you hyperactive. So these are the some of the impact also on the mind, body, and soul as an individual once you consume these form of rasic food. Uh, Now let's see what is the importance or what is the effect of the having tamasic food on the body. Yeah. So tamasic food, what happens? These create a lethargic or dull feeling in ourself, in our mind. Because once you eat these form of tamasic food, what will happen? These are heavy to digest and contain excess amount of protein. And once you have excess amount of protein, digestion becomes weak and take longer duration to digest. Normally, it should be 4 to 5 hours, but these kind of non-vegetarian folks, eggs, because it makes you complete, it makes your stomach full. So that's why what will happen, you will feel sleepy, you will feel have a dull effect, and these digestion will take long time. Okay. Now people who eat these kind of food, they generate a lot of emotions like they are insecure, they are jealous of others. So these kind of qualities, once people accumulate, once have these kind of tamasic food. Okay. As we saw in the sattvic, rasic, and tamasic also, there is a mood swing which may may have the impact on yourself, as it creates a lot of it take a lot of time for digestion. Your mood swing happens, you lose your calmness and have the longer sleep because your stomach is full. Your stomach is full. If you're not active, it means you're going to sleep. Okay. And people of these who consume all this feel, try to observe, they might be complaining and do always get into wrong, indulge into wrong activities. Okay. So today's class specifically is focused on the what are the types of food we learned. Okay. Then types of food wherein one learned about the sattvic food, which is natural, juicy, and all these. Second is tamasic, means basic. Rajasic means basically things which has the excess amount of the salt, sugar, all this, and which might be pungent, not very healthy to eat. So these will fall under the Rasic food. Tamasic means basically the food which is unfit for consumption. It might be egg, non-vegetarian foods, meats, all these forms. And after having all these feed, all this will have impact on your mind, body, and soul in different forms. Okay. So we learned something on the sattvic food, that it increases the life duration, it helps you focus, make you alert, make you optimistic. These are the positive signs of having sattvic food. Whereas rasic food, it stimulates the aggression, it makes you more hyperactive. Remember, in short, these are the impact of the rasic food. Okay. Tamasic food, it makes you dull, it makes you lethargic, it swings your mood, you lose your calmness and have a longer sleep. So these are the today's learning where we learned about the types of food, classification, their impact on your mind, body, and soul, and why we should avoid non-vegetarian food. We learn something in next class. Okay, so that is the today's learning. Any question? Please feel free to ask. We have 11 people. Anyway, anyone want to ask question? Please raise your hands. Based on the today's learning, I can help to answer from this.
Sir, how is it connected? I mean, whatever the food we eat, how is it connected to our mental health? How we behave, our personality?
Yeah. So let's say example, if you're having the sattvic food. So what happens? Anything which is natural, juicy, or maybe from nature given, what happens? Everything relates to digestion. Okay. Once you digest, these are easy to digest. Okay. Once you, it's easy to digest, your mind becomes very calm, and so it has soothing impact on your body. Whereas if you eat something which is very hot, or maybe which is pungent, all this, what will happen? You will have excitements. It always change your moods. Whereas the Whereas in the case of sattvic, in the case of tamasic food, again it has the similar resemblance, because what you eat, it resembles your minds, and the sattvic food, when it is offered to the Lord, which mix of the condiment, salt, because we offer Lord any forms of food, might be pizza, pasta, French fries, but it has to be made with the conscious, where Lord, we keep Lord in center. So then this all karmic reaction of different foods get waved off. It get waved off. So that's how it has the impact on your mind, body, and soul. Once you start eating prasadam, you will forget all this and start focusing eating on your prasadam. Yeah.
Sir, I can think of a question.
Yes, please.
Sir, I can't think of a question.
Acha, you cannot think of question. Okay, no problem. Just think. Maybe you can ask in next class. Don't mind.
Okay.
Anyone else? No questions. So you have understood everything. So what we'll do is today's class we have learned this, and probably in next class what we'll do is we'll summarize the learning of the today's class and try to ask and bring one, each person bring one sample of sattvic food, rasic food, uh, tamasic I will not recommend, but still anyone is consuming, just name it, that's fine. So at least we'll understand what you are learning by practical way. Okay. And try to be regular, try to join all the classes. These sessions have a positive impact on your in your studies, in your day-to-day life, and you can motivate other friends to join the sessions. That will help them. Okay. Thank you. Namaskar. Other pranam to everyone.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah, please.
They take chemical proteins in the gym, right?
Yes.
It belongs to which type of food, sir? Is it tamasic or the rajasic?
See, these foods, these proteins or chemicals, which is form of the this is a form of the sattvic and mix of rajasic food. Okay, and anything which is not offered to Lord, it will not have the positive impact on our body. So it's you are only consuming for the sake of consumption, because for your physical fitness, your beautification or cosmetic changes, you can do all this, but that is not a prasadam. So real benefit lies when you offer some food which is cooked, or maybe any form of fruits to Lord. That is right way of having food for consumption. If you are not doing this, you are just only eating for your sake of taste bud, and it will not have the much impact from the spiritual conscious or perspective. You can still have it.
So one more doubt, sir. In few
Yes.
temples, I even saw that they gave non-veg as prasad. They gave meat.
So the non-veg prasadam is mostly happens in the temple, goddess temple, which is for at the Kamakya or maybe other places in the couple of places. I've seen in Jivdani, which where I stay in Mumbai and other places, they give bali of all this sacrifice of the other small animals. That is
No,
done
sir,
basically.
cooked it and given. They have
Yeah, yeah,
cooked
yeah,
it and
yeah. Yeah, so that's basically the prasadam they consider from the perspective which is offered to the Lord and from the goddess in the goddess temple. So technically, from the conscious perspective, uh, uh, from the Lord perspective, they are authorized to give it because it is coming from the temple directly. But the person who is into spiritual practice, Vaishnava or maybe following the other sect, it's not allowed to have that kind of prasadam. We can just pray because for us that is not a right fit for consumption.
thank you, sir.
Yes, Param. Thank you. Param, you have any question? I cannot see you. You just left out. Okay. Any questions left? Want to ask? Yes, Param.
Uh, what's the chemical that makes the digestion easy?
Sorry. Can you come back again?
What's the chemical that makes the digestion easy?
Yeah, I don't have the right answer right now. It's scientific one. I know, but I don't able to recollect the right point. So normally, there there's a five finger. There's a different five finger have impact when we eat the food. So in our body, the saliva which we eat, it mixed with the food, and we achieve it multiple times. People say 32 times, but technically that's not possible. Okay, so these help to take the food from your food pipe to the stomach and digestion happen. In stomach, there are amino acids, HCl, other forms of chemical which helps to digest um, your food, and then finally it comes to your body. So there might be some technical word which I don't remember right now, but I'll be able to help you next class. Yes, Mataji, please.
Yes, so we just wanted to make an announcement.
Yes, Mataji, please.
Yeah. So Hare Krishna kid. I hope y'all are like doing well. And
Hare
please do send your start sending your homeworks of conscious and shlokas, okay?
Ma'am,
Yes, Shrika.
for that conscious, can we make the conscious in any color?
Yeah, you can make any colors.
Oh,
Yes, Kaivalya.
Ma'am, should we send the recording of sloka?
Yes, you have to. What you have to do, you have to memorize all the three shlokas and share it to me. Like you have to like close your eyes, recite the shloka, and do send your video to me. Okay.
Okay.
Start sharing your videos. Even if you have learned only one shloka, it's okay. Record it and do send it to me. Okay.
To
So
your number, ma'am.
yes, to my number. You can share it.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So what's your name, dear?
Samyukta.
Sorry,
Samyukta.
Samrutta.
Samyukta.
Okay. Can you please like rename yourself? Is this your
Samyukta.
first class?
Yes.
Acha, okay, no issue. From tomorrow onwards, you can like join by your name. Before joining, you will get an option to rename yourself. So do rename yourself. Also, you can add your siblings a name so that we can like track your both attendance. Okay, fine.
Ma'am, can I also join my sibling? I thought it's for only one person.
No. If you are like two persons joining from the same device, then you can like put your both name and join.
Okay. She's also well interested. She sits by my side.
Then it's okay. You both can join.
Okay.
Yeah, you can rename yourself, but means you can also add her name along with you. All right. So please do share your homework, and there is a weekly test on this Sunday as well. Okay? Every Sunday you will be having a weekly test. So please don't forget to give your test. I have seen that so many of you have scored very well. In fact, so some of the students have got out of marks. It's very good. And most importantly, it's not just about marks, it's about your participation. That's what matters at the end. Okay. So so the child who have joined, like siblings who have joined with the Oppo name, please do text me over WhatsApp. Okay. My number is there in the WhatsApp group. So please do text to me. I will like share you the homework and the shlokas which we have already covered. And we'll also share the recording so that you can also be on the same track from the next Bhagavad Gita class. Okay. All right. Wow, Mayan, beautiful. Yes, sir, you can like continue. Thank you.
Sorry, I was on mute. I was saying that I think the kids do not have any doubts. Maybe they can come up with the samples of the types of food in next class, except the tamasic one. They can just name it. So we'll have continuous session next class. But thank you everyone for joining today's session. Please try to join today's session tomorrow, next week sessions again, the same time. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Sir. Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone.